Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, where we aim to simplify the complex world of business and finance. And today we are looking into Ellington Credit Company. And if you thought dividends were straightforward, think again, because this filing might just surprise you. Let's dive in and see what Ellington Credit Company has been up to that warrants a public announcement. Before we jump in, if you like deciphering these kinds of reports and getting the real story behind the numbers, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And for a deeper dive and to chat with us about these filings, join our Discord community. The link is in the description below. Alright, so Ellington Credit Company has put out a report detailing some pretty important news. At its heart, this filing is about a declared dividend. Now that might sound simple, but how a company handles its dividend payments when it declares them, and to whom really tells us a lot about its financial health and its strategy for rewarding shareholders. The big news here is that on the 10th of November of 2025, Ellington Credit Company announced that its board of trustees has decided to pay out a monthly dividend. This is not some rare special payout, but a regular monthly payment. This tells us they are confident enough in their cash flow to commit to distributing earnings on a consistent monthly basis. The amount being paid out is $0.08 per S-share. Now, to some that might not sound like a lot, but for companies that have millions of shares outstanding, this adds up very quickly. The $0.08 per S-share will be paid out to common shareholders, so if you own their stock, you will receive this amount for every share you hold. A key piece of information for any investor is the payment date and the record date. The dividend will be paid on the 31st of December of 2025, which means if you want to receive this dividend, you need to be a shareholder of record by the 28th of November of 2025. This gives investors a clear window to buy shares if they wish to benefit from this upcoming payout. This regular monthly dividend suggests a stable and predictable income stream for their shareholders, which is attractive to many investors, especially those looking for income-generating assets. Now let's see what this means for the company and its investors. Ellington Credit Company is registered with the SEC, a significant detail for any publicly traded company. Their stock is traded on the New York Stock Exchange. The ticker symbol is EARN, and these are their common shares of beneficial interest. The fact that they are paying a consistent dividend is a strong signal. It suggests the company is not only profitable, but also generating enough cash to comfortably distribute earnings, while also retaining enough for operations growth and other strategic initiatives. This filing is a Form 8K, which is used to report significant events that shareholders should know about. The specific item here is 8.01 covering other events. This means the dividend declaration is considered important enough to warrant an immediate public announcement outside of their regular quarterly or annual reports. This promptness shows a commitment to transparency and timely communication with their investors. The company is based in Delaware and has been incorporated there since its inception. They are registered as a Delaware corporation, and their main operations are overseen from their principal executive offices located in Connecticut. The IRS Employer Identification Number is also provided, which is a unique identifier for tax purposes. They are also listed with a commission file number of 01-35896. What is most important for us to understand is that this is not just an announcement, it is a formal filing with the regulatory bodies that oversee public companies, ensuring compliance and providing disclosure to the market. The press release filed as Exhibit 99.1 is the core of this announcement. It lays out the details of the dividend payment clearly. The incorporated information means that everything stated in that press release about the dividend is officially part of this filing and therefore legally binding and publicly accessible. Financial statements and exhibits are vital components of these reports. In this case, Exhibit 99.1, the press release, is what is being furnished. The mention of Exhibit 104, the cover page interactive data file, signifies that this report is also available in a machine. Readable format, which is increasingly common for SEC filings, allowing for easier data extraction and analysis by automated systems and investors alike. Now, looking at this from a broader perspective, Ellington Credit Company is essentially communicating financial stability and a shareholder-friendly policy. A consistent monthly dividend can attract investors who are looking for predictable income from their investments. This can be particularly appealing in uncertain economic times. It also signals management's confidence in the company's future earnings potential. They would not commit to a regular payout unless they were reasonably certain they could sustain it. However, as with any investment, it is crucial to look beyond just the dividend announcement. While this is a positive sign, it is just one piece of the puzzle. We would need to examine their broader financial statements, their debt levels, their revenue growth, and their overall business strategy to get a complete picture of the company's health and prospects. A high dividend payout ratio, for instance, could mean less money is being reinvested back into the business, which might hinder future growth. Conversely, a sustainable dividend indicates a mature and steady cash generating business. This particular filing is very focused on this dividend news. It does not contain extensive financial tables that we might see in a quarterly or annual report, but the information provided is direct and impactful for shareholders. The declaration of a monthly dividend is a statement of financial confidence and a direct reward to investors. From a Warren Buffett-like perspective, we want to see companies that generate consistent cash flow and wisely allocate that capital, whether through reinvestment or returning it to shareholders. A regular dividend suggests a business that is likely mature, generating steady earnings and capable of managing its finances effectively. So what is my take on this? Ellington Credit Company is making a clear statement of financial health and shareholder value. The consistent monthly dividend is a strong signal of predictable revenue streams and confident management. For income-focused investors, this is certainly a positive development. However, as always, I encourage you to do your own deeper due diligence. Look at their overall financial reports, understand their industry, and assess their long-term growth potential before making any investment decisions. Alright, that is our breakdown of Ellington Credit Company's latest filing. What is your take on these dividend announcements and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.